Section 8.2 is called data gathering, or data gathering, who cares how you say it. Just kind of talking about how we collect different data and how we talk about collecting different data. So a couple definitions we need to go over. The first one is population. The population, let me freeze that in there, is everyone you're interested in. So everyone in the group, I should say, you are interested in. Now this could be like an entire population of a city or a state or a country or really anything. Like maybe it's the entire population of our school. So everyone in the group you're interested in. And a sample is just a small part of that overall population. It could be a very small part, it could be a larger part, usually the larger the better. And then a random sample is one in which everyone has a fair chance of being selected. So no one person has a better chance of being selected. So if it's completely random, you're not going to just select, say for our school population, you're not going to select just all the boys or just all the girls or just all juniors or whatever. You're going to, everyone including, or everyone in your population has a fair chance of being selected. Now we've got two things, two more definitions about our populations and samples. A parameter is information about the entire population. So say when you're taking a census, you're going to get information about your entire population because you're going to get, you're going to ask every person. You're going to make sure every person is accounted for. Statistic is info about just your sample size. So sometimes we're going to use statistics to make assumptions about our parameters, but we have to acknowledge that they're only assumptions. They're not necessarily like, okay, this is guaranteed to be that way. All right, let's take a look at one example. So a car factory just manufactured a load of 6,000 cars. The quality control team randomly chooses 60 cars and tests the air conditioners. They discover 2 of the air conditioners do not work. Identify the population and sample. So the population is the entire group of 6,000 cars. So that's all of the population. That's every car that they're manufacturing. The sample is always the smaller group. Those are just the 60 cars tested. Now this question doesn't specifically ask us to find how many out of those 6,000 cars we would predict, but let's give that a shot anyways. So this says, based on our sample, we say that 2 out of the 60 have bad air conditioners. We need to figure out how many out of the 6,000 that is. So 2 out of 60 equals how many out of 6,000? Okay, there's a couple different ways you can go about this. You can identify looking at, it's like, well, 60 to go to 6,000, you're multiplying by 100. So you could take the 2 multiplied by 100 as well. So then you could say x equals 200. So that'd be 200 out of the 600 have bad air conditioners. Another way you can do this is cross multiply. So 2 times 6,000, which gives us 12,000, equals 60 times x, or just 60x. Solving for x, we're going to divide both sides by 60. Again, we get x equals 200. So we're going to predict there are 200 cars with bad air conditioners. In my opinion, that sounds kind of crummy. Hopefully they'll get that fixed.